So hot. Ready?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. And
hello, I'm Amy.
you may well recognise Amy. Look at me getting all comfy in here. Amy from the wonderful channel Amy Jane Reads.
Yeah, it changed, didn't it? I don't know where I'm looking here, by the way.
Just look in that direction.
Look,
that tiny little dot down there, that's it. But just look in that general direction. I feel really far away today. But it's because I'm joined by Amy and we are doing... we are doing a autumn Q&A. So we asked for some questions for a Q&A. We've got one half on my channel, the other half on Amy's channel. I'll link down below the other half. And we said, has anyone got any questions? Autumn questions encouraged.
They've come in.
They delivered.
You love it, didn't you, lot? Bit of autumn.
Loved autumn. So we've sort of separated them. So you may well have responded to Amy's tweet. You may well have written on one of my videos. The questions will have been answered either on my video or Amy's video. So do go and check them out. So we're going to do some questions here and some questions on there. So just stop talking about when you do the questions and do them. So the first question is, and they're all autumn questions, I've already said that. What are your favourite cosy reads or rereads for a rainy autumn evening? Ooh. We haven't really thought about these questions either, so it's all going to be fresh off the cuff.
It's a very obvious answer, isn't there?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Do you think it's just going to be the answer to everything?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Yeah, so definitely Harry Potter, and like leading up to Christmas, I always feel very like they're very Christmassy as well, aren't they? I also, one that I'm going to mention a bit later on, Wuthering Heights. I always enjoy to reread around this time of year, preferably a little bit blowier. Because it's very like, there's not much wind going on here at the moment, is there?
It's pretty chill, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it all kicks off, that's when she...
Yeah, that's when, they whip it out. It's over there, I think.
I like a children's classic.
Yeah, they're very cosy, aren't they?
It's very cosy. I want to reread The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe this year.
Oh my god, that is a great shout. That's very autumnal.
I'm really quite looking forward to doing that.
Oh, I love The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe.
Did you read the other ones or just that
I started. I've got the anthology. It's called the anthology? The collection.
Yeah, I never read the other ones and I don't know whether I should. People don't seem to rave that much about the whole series.
I thought it was fine, but I feel like Lion, Witch and Wardrobe's got a big special place in my heart.
Yeah. What else? I like to read in autumn when I can just kind of bunker down with my blanket. Yeah. Books that I can get really addicted to, because generally, if I'm just reading literary fiction or non-fiction, whatever, I can't read for a long period of time. Whereas if I'm reading something that I can just keep on reading and just power through while being really cosy, that's bliss. So like probably more YA or thriller. Yeah,
you were saying you were going to get into some thrillers.
Yeah, I've got
thrillers are. I feel like thrillers are autumnal, aren't they? They're just.
I think inevitably.
They're normally set around that time as well, aren't they? Someone keeps striking you with these questions.
It's okay.
Next question. Favourite book set in autumn? And the only one we could both think of was Autumn by Alice Smith, which we both really enjoyed. But I feel like autumn maybe isn't really much of a season that books are set in. Like there's lots of like,
but it's not really.
It's not
focused on.
Yeah, they're not called like the autumn.
I don't know.
Something apart from Autumn by Ali Smith.
Have you ever read any Elizabeth Bowen?
No, I've never even heard of Elizabeth Bowen.
Oh, okay. She had books come out in the 1920s, and the house in Paris feels quite autumnal because it's a bit spooky. Not majorly, but it's almost like all haunting, but all memories haunting her. Yeah. And all that stuff. Ooh. And that feels, I read that about 7 years ago, probably.
Obviously, Daphne du Maurier, I find very autumn. I mean, I could. How long did it take? 3 minutes 57 seconds to mention her. Yeah. I find like I would read her all year round, but I do feel like very autumnal reading.
Atmospheric, isn't she?
Have you read Jamaica Rim?
No.
Jamaica.
I say she's atmospheric. Like I know her. I only know her because of you and Buddy.
Mercedes and Simon just going on about her. Jamaica Inn is set in the run up to Christmas, in like the end of November, and that's very, very like autumnal. Okay. I might even reread that this year, you know.
Do it.
I might do.
I might read one of her little spooky stories.
Oh my god, you absolutely must.
I'd like that, I think.
Amy's reading. Amy's drinking out of David's straight out of Hufflepuff. Because coincidentally, she is a Hufflepuff.
I found out. I've started reading them recently, and
you're doing very well, aren't you?
Yeah.
We've got some Harry Potter questions coming up, guys. Don't worry, I haven't missed out on them. Your favourite autumn candle scent?
You're more of a candle person.
I love candles. I had one that's called Vanilla Fig. It's over there. Look, I kept the pot because it's so beautiful. That was lovely. I'll tell you which one I've got, which David hates, but I feel like this is Wizard's Beer. This is from William and Joseph. And that, I feel like, it's like toffee apple or something. Do you feel like it is?
Yeah, it feels quite... I didn't know... I was a bit off put by the name. But
So I think it's supposed to be like butterbeer, basically, but they've rebranded it. But yeah,
that is nice. That's
quite autumnal. I also enjoy a Yankee Candle, but I'm going off them a bit. Sophie from Portal in the Pages recently mentioned a brand called Fog and Stone, which they store at Home Sense. Maybe Home Sense. It's the TK Maxx, like the home section of TK Maxx, basically. Apparently they're supposed to be very good in autumnal.
Why are you going off Yankees for?
I just feel like they all smell a bit the same.
Oh. Yeah, I know what you mean, actually. And the price point for, like...
They are expensive.
They are. I like, what's it called? Is it called Mary Berry, or am I just thinking that? I swear, yeah, Mary Berry. It's like a Christmassy one.
I like their Christmas. Christmas Eve is one that we love, David and I, and we've got it's in storage at the moment. Otherwise, we'd have it on right now. We really, really love that one, and that's very, but that's like almost Christmassy.
Yeah.
There's that one called like peppermint something, which is peppermint candy or something. That's nice. That's like minty.
Oh, okay.
What it suggests, peppermint candy.
One of my other favourites is from Boots, Wild Orchid and Vanilla, I think. I don't know how autumnal it is, but I don't know if they still do it, because I haven't bought candles in ages, because I'm being very good with the whole money.
I know, it's a very frivolous thing to spend money on, isn't it? Basically, like, setting fire to it, isn't it? You may as well just chuck it straight out the window. I would like one of those woodwick candles. Have you seen them with the wicks that, and they crackle like a fire?
Yeah, I forget whose video I saw that in the other day. But they look so cosy, don't they?
Someone had Cosy Reading Night and they were using it. I feel like I can't remember who it was, but someone had one. But I feel like I would like one of those guys.
Yeah.
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 I'm going to get one. What's your favourite autumn drink? You just like tea.
Well, I say I like tea. Yeah, because somebody asked as well.
Oh, and also hazelnut latte or pumpkin spice. So I would go for pumpkin spice out of those.
I said I definitely don't like nut, so I'd go pumpkin spice. But you know, I don't even know if I've ever tried pumpkin spice.
Oh my god!
Like, I presume I must have, but I can't have left a strong impression if I have.
You gave me those chai bags, didn't you? Because you weren't into those chai bags.
I wasn't really into them.
I love those.
But yeah, generally just plain old Tetley's tea. But also a hot chocolate. If I'm going out to a coffee shop or something, I'll have a hot chocolate. I also like my herbals.
Yes.
Apple and cinnamon. I'm loving it at the moment.
Apple and cinnamon I'll have all year round, but cherry and cinnamon.
From Twinings, that's nice. It's like hot Ribena, but not that sweet.
Really?
And lemon and ginger I like as well.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Bluebird's Tea, which is my favourite tea company of all time. They've just brought out their Christmas range of stuff. Banana bread chai was one of theirs. I know. I need to go and do an order on there because they are the ones that I want. And pumpkin spice, they've got pumpkin spice as well. But yeah, so those are the sort of drinks we're drinking. Also, I like hot blackcurrant. Reminds me of snow and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I know we're not quite there for snow, but when I used to go out, when I was younger and I used to play in snow and I used to come home and my mum would make used to make me hot Ribena.
Even at uni, I used to have.
Did
hot
you?
Ribena. People would be like, okay.
How old are you, eh?
Did you ever have a winter Pimm's?
I don't drink booze, so no.
Oh, yeah. I don't really anymore.
Can you heat it up? It's like Pimm's but hot.
It's like with hot apple juice.
Interesting. I like hot apple juice. When we were David and I were in Brick Lane once around the Christmas period, and he had a hot cider and I had a hot pear juice and it was bloody delicious. Yeah, and it had like a cinnamon stick in it. Oh, it was nice. Yeah, I could recreate that here, surely.
Yeah.
Not now. Ooh. Sorry.
Another time.
Another time. What's your favourite part of autumn fashion? Boots.
You love your boots.
I love boots. What about you?
I did a double take when I went to the bathroom earlier because Lauren's shoes are out. And I was like, oh my god, they are amazing in person.
I do love a nice autumn boot. What about you?
I'd say cardigan.
Yeah, I do like a cardigan as well.
Which maybe sounds basic, but just the pleasure of that softness on your skin.
Cosy. It's like, it just brings up coziness by about 80%.
Yeah, I was saying the first time I got to wear a cardigan the other day, not in my life, that'd be bad times for old me. But I just was so happy. Just so happy, just so soft and comforted. And even the kind of weight of a good cardigan.
Yeah, I haven't got a good cardigan this year. I've been using blankets to sort of... The other night, because I couldn't get the heating to work, it's working now, guys, don't worry. I had a blanket over my legs and a blanket around me, and I was like, if I had a cardigan, this would be alright. I need to get a good one. Yeah. I need to get a good one this year. I need to invest in one. Next question, what are the best classics to read during autumn? So I mentioned Wuthering Heights. Have you got any classics that you like to read?
I'm not really a big classics.
You're not, are you?
I like children's classics, but I wasn't a big Wuthering Heights fan.
Oh, weren't you?
No, kind of irritated me a bit.
This is
but
Mercedes and I had the same conversation the other day, and she was saying it's like almost YA.
I
hate them. I hate everyone in that book, but I still really love reading it.
I think I can see why.
It's very like, even if you ignore if you took all the dickheads out of it, and the plot line out of it, I'd still just read it for the setting.
Fair. You saying dickheads though?
Yeah.
Made me think of Dickens.
Oh. Dickheads.
Tenuous segue, but made a little spark in the brain. I read A Christmas Carol for the first time a couple of years ago. I loved it. I think I'll reread it, and I do want to try and read more Dickens.
I read Hard Times when I was studying for my GCSEs, and I really loved it, and I would like to reread that again.
I think I'd really enjoy his writing, but I think I just feel a bit intimidated sometimes thinking about classics. It's just easier, isn't it, to go something else?
I really don't read that many classics anymore.
No, I don't. I've given it a good go.
Yeah.
Not that I'm done with it, but I don't know.
That's it now forever.
Bye.
Next one. Right. What are the most autumnal book covers on your shelves? Amy hasn't got her shelves with her. You didn't bring them with you, did you?
No.
Let me see. This one I think is quite autumnal, but it's because it's got a fox on it, and I feel like that. English Animals, which isn't even set in, but I just really like this cover, and I feel like it reminds me a bit of autumn.
Nature.
That one. Oh God, look! This one also reminds me of autumn, but I haven't read it yet. I think it's just the colours. The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. Do you feel like that's autumnal?
My brilliant.
Oh, they're good. Yeah, let me show. Oh, don't.
I'll choose one.
These guys. So there's a range of 6. They're published
by
Virago.
Like the Daphne one?
Yeah, no, like Tipping the Velvet.
Yeah.
So they all meld together. That's very autumnal, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah.
That's like Harvest Bloody Festival.
That's nice.
And then this one, and then they all merge together.
They're really nice autumn colours, aren't
they? So that they go together, but they've stopped printing them. But I'm going to try and see if I can get hold of the whole lot.
Be around.
But yeah, they're quite autumnal. I think that's it, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll call that a day on that one.
There's your autumn book.
Can you remember the first book that made you cry as an adult? So I'll go with mine first because it's a bit like, I won't spoil it because Amy has managed to somehow avoid all Harry Potter spoilers.
Yeah.
But the 6th Harry Potter book, there's a moment in that book and you'll all know what I'm talking about.
I feel like I might know, but I don't want to say it.
No, don't say it in case you don't, or in case I go, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where I literally had to like close the book and be like, yeah, so there's a bit in there. So that like, I probably wasn't fully an adult then, but I remember that was the first time I cried over a book. Like proper.
Oh,
what about you? Do you remember crying over a book?
Not like, I find it difficult when it's first time as an adult because
you didn't go, oh, that was the first time I've cried over a book as an adult.
Yeah, I don't know. What books have I cried over? Quite a few now, but I feel like all ones I've talked about. Wonder by R.J. Palacio and Evelyn Ernest, we both cried over that. We probably talked about that last.
Yeah, we both cried over that. I've cried over that twice
I remember reading One Day when that came out and crying over that.
Actually. I cried in the bath over that.
Did you?
Yeah, I remember reading it in the bath and just being like,
just like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that vividly. Yeah, that is emotional.
I remember reading as well when I was about 14 or 15. A Child Called It. I don't remember crying, but I remember that being a very
troubled by it.
Intense book, probably to read at that age. But I was straight in with the dark books as soon as I could get my little hands on him. So, but I don't know if I cried, but that was heavy.
Oh,
yeah.
What sad times to think about.
I know.
Next question. Anyway, next question. What would your ideal autumn Sunday involve?
I love this question.
I love this question. So.
Makes me excited.
Wake up, no alarm, just wake up. And I'm not talking like, I don't want to lay in bed forever, but I'm talking like a 8 o'clock wake up. Look out the window. David's already bought me a cup of tea. I read in bed for an hour. Then we get ready, go out for a nice bracing walk. Have a soup. We just had soup. We had broccoli and Stilton soup.
Lauren's a really good cook.
Pack it in you. And then maybe like out for like a roast. I don't even love roast dinners, but I feel like I can't stop thinking about roast dinners. Roast dinner and then like cosy by the fire of an evening, watching something cosy on TV. I know that's quite low key, but that's all I want. What about you?
Yeah, I think quite similar. I think wake up, no alarm, chilled out like you.
Yeah.
Take time getting ready, and then little walk. I'm imagining Rochester.
Yeah, nice.
Walk through their charity shops.
I'm going to want some historical buildings.
historical buildings
Yeah.
are plenty. Have a little browse around the books and the clothes and that, and then head into a pub restaurant for a roast.
Yeah.
Maybe another little wander down. You've got your scarf around you. It's a bit chilly.
Lovely, lovely.
Putting it in just all cosy.
Oh, nice.
Then you get home. Someone puts the kettle on.
Yeah.
Curl up. Hopefully everyone clears off for a bit, because then I can have
Bit of quiet time. Yeah.
By myself, because I'm done with people for a bit. And then we'll come back together for a bit of telly, maybe a film, blanket.
Or a board game. I'll be up for a board game.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing loud.
Bit of Scrabble or something quite
Yeah.
chilled.
Or a card game or something.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
And just chilled.
Blankets. Nice, really thick socks.
Oh,
I wish it was now.
And then get extra cosy.
Yeah,
And then,
and then bed.
pyjamas and dressing gown, and then like.
And literally fall asleep with this, like, oh, what a lovely day. Oh, I'm asleep.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? All Monday to Monday.
I know. Oh, I do love it.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Right, so the last 5 questions I've got are from the wonderful Jen, from the Bookshop channel, Jen Campbell. She felt that some of these are very Harry Potter themed. Harry Potter themed. The first one is, if you could open a bookshop, where would it be and what would it be like? I would love to open a bookshop in Canterbury. Canterbury is the city that I went to university at. They've got Waterstones. They haven't got any, and they've got an Oxfam bookshop, but they haven't got any independent bookshops, and I would love to open one there. Whenever I'm in Canterbury, because it reminds me of like when I started university, it always reminds me of like September being there, or like on the run up to Christmas. They really make Canterbury look beautiful at Christmas.
Yeah, it's really
it always reminds me of autumnal times there anyway. But I'd love to own a bookshop in Canterbury, and I'd love for it to be just like proper, like stack the fuck out with books and like maybe like just some cozy like seating areas, probably like I can put the kettle on at any time for anyone who wants a cup of tea, loads of mismatched mugs, and just really focusing on coziness. I'd close up over summer and go somewhere really cold, so I wouldn't have to be there in the summer when it's too hot for me.
I feel like this needs to happen. I just really want to go there.
What about you?
So my bookshop would be in Brighton.
Oh, lovely.
And again, kind of a bit ramshackle, kind of eclectic stuff around. Feels quite cosy. I think I was going to say a lot of books, but actually I really like independent books where it's kind of more curated and easier to find stuff. I feel like we'd have a little cafe. Maybe there'd be a little terrace, like outside, and it'd be on the seafront.
Oh, lovely.
And you could like pop out there, have a little look at the sea.
Oh, nice.
I think somebody tweeted a photo the other day of a bookshop in Santorini.
Yeah.
And it was like books on a shelf, but then the sea, so I like that. But also a little basement where you could go down and have a little hot drink and curl up with your book.
Lovely.
Still browsing, or when you've been.
Nice lighting.
Yeah, and also a kind of like.
There's so many annexes to these.
Yeah,
to this bookshop.
no, but just like maybe little book clubs or book groups of people who like want to meet people. Maybe they're a bit lonely. They can come and be.
Oh, lovely.
Or little self-help book groups and stuff.
That needs to happen too.
Yeah, I would really like
I have to start
it.
a Kickstarter.
I know. Give us a £1, guys.
Anyone who wants £1, then you can come to the bookshop.
Yeah, I'll give you a book.
I'll make you a cup of tea. You can sit on the cosy chair. The next question she asks is, if you went to Hogwarts, what would your pet be, and what would be your favourite subject? So my pet would actually be my own pet, Minnie.
I'd have a cat.
I would have a cat. I would not have any cat. I would have Minnie, because I feel like in Hogwarts she would rule the fucking school there. She's boss, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's walking around it. I don't know where she is at the moment. Mimi!
Where's she got to?
I don't know. She was up there for ages. Now when I need her, she's gone.
Yeah, I've got cats at home as well, though. I'd have a cat.
Would you take your cat, or would you like a...
I think Benny would be too shambolic.
Yeah.
Frankie'd be alright. Yeah, I'd take Frankie. Oh.
But Benny would be left at home.
Oh, I love him. I'd sneak him in.
You
can
have 2 cats.
Bedroom, yeah.
I would definitely take Minnie, and that's the only pet I'd be interested there, because I just feel like she'd be loving it. And what would my favourite subject be? I change this every time someone asks me this.
I can't even.
I change this. So I always think, like, although Snape teaches potions and he is a diabolical teacher, his duty of care towards those children, I don't care how much he hates Harry's dad, he's vile to Hermione, absolutely vile to her. But I feel like I would enjoy potions, and I feel like it'd be very useful.
Yeah.
I also think charms would be quite useful. What else?
I'd like to have a little fly.
Yeah,
I'm not
we
a very
practice.
sporty person.
No, me neither.
And me being on a broomstick in the air with my condition is probably not the best idea.
Oh, imagine. From a great height.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'll be fine.
Yeah. I have to running around underneath you with a net.
Yeah. I've got a condition that makes me pass out, by the way. I'm not just being weird about being
my condition.
Yeah.
In my condition.
In my condition. But I would like to be able to have a little fly.
That would be fun.
So maybe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What job would you have in the wizarding world? Don't know.
I feel like they need a therapist. Can I?
Yeah, you'd be very good at that. Wizard therapist.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I would
that
like.
Could be a spin-off series.
I love Hogwarts, so I feel like I would love to do anything that was based at Hogwarts, and maybe teaching, or maybe just like King of the House Elves down in the kitchens, cooking all the dinners. But yeah, I feel like I'd really love that to be based at Hogwarts, because I just feel like that is just the place to be, isn't it? This is a very good answer, and I've got this very good answer. This very good question, and I've got a good answer to it. So, if as a Muggle you're allowed to use one spell, you can use it multiple times, but you're only allowed one. Which spell would you like to be able to perform? And I picked Accio because I'm a lazy bitch. And I could just be like, Accio cup of tea, Accio mini, Accio blanket, Accio book, Accio everything. And that is what I would do. And you could use that forever and it would never get boring.
It would be amazing, wouldn't it? That's what I say, I just want a cup of tea from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
What about you?
I don't know them well enough to
You're not into it well enough?
I've only read the first 3.
Yeah. Which are very much set in the scene.
Yeah.
You'll come into all sorts of spells soon. You've got so much to look forward to.
I'll let you know.
And then the last one is book maths. Oh God, I haven't even thought about this yet either.
Book maths.
Using 2 or more books, which novels would you add together to create your perfect read? Oh, Jen, what a good question. I would, because I love... Because Harry Potter to me doesn't need anything extra adding to it, so I think I'd leave Harry Potter out of this. But I feel like maybe like his Dark Materials, which I adore, but maybe with a bit, like, I would like more Dark Materials. So maybe I could add that to like a really fucking long book, and then it would be like the longest his Dark Materials collection ever. What about that? This is one we should have really thought about rather than just scared ourselves with. Because I'll be watching this back thinking I've got a really good answer for that now. What about you?
Oh, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
The first thing that's coming to mind though is a book that kind of focuses on chronic illness. So Electricity by Ray Robinson is a good example of this. That's about epilepsy. But something like that, but written in the style of Grief is the Thing with
Oh, cool.
Feathers,
Yeah.
or mixed with The Tidal Zane as well, and kind of
a triple book maths.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
something like that. I think generally there needs to be more chronic illness, disability stuff, but that style of writing,
amazing.
I really enjoy.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Well done.
Good.
That's it.
Cheers.
That's all the questions done. So that is my half of our autumn Q&A done. Head on over to, if you've just come from Amy's, hi. Or if not, head on over to Amy's channel. I will link that down below with her autumn Q&A. And it's just been lovely, hasn't it?
Yeah, really
I feel really in the mood for it.
Yeah,
I want a blanket. I might even swaddle myself in a blanket for your one.
Yeah, do it.
I'm definitely going to. So thanks so much for coming and watching, guys. And thanks for all the questions if you wrote in a question. And I'll see you all again soon with another booktube video.